Hello, Virgo. This is your tarot forecast for the month of July, and an active month ahead of you. And I'm seeing how you're starting off the month here with romantic feelings here at the forefront. It's more like you now looking at where you're at, what you can expect, where is it going, what is coming together. There's a feeling of that you have aligned yourself or dedicated some time to get all your ducks in a row. And there's this push now of wanting to move forward with what this relationship energy is doing or giving here to you. And I'm feeling that you're so open-hearted now, Virgo, to take in and experience. And of course, you are left in a very, especially for those of you born in that first week of your sign, is even more so, should I say, attuned to those higher frequency of love and spirituality coming together here with these high frequent energies. Financially, it looks like this month is an okay month. I feel that you have what it takes, what it needs to get out and about, to have extra money to spend on those things that will give you joy and pleasure. So that kind of tells me that most of you will perhaps be taking some time off this month for vacation. Some of you, it won't be before later, coming more so maybe even into August. But this is a playful, a pleasureful month here. And the money that you spend this month, I feel it's money well spent. Because it is important to think about yourself. I know how you always think about responsibilities and taking care of everybody else and taking care of your loans and whatnot, but there is that time a year where we have to think about purchasing those things that really does something to you that can really lift and heighten your experience. So you have that. And I'm also feeling that there is now a lot better communication between you and your partner, as if something is deepening or becoming more so, should I say, intensely focused, more pinpointed, as to speaking from heart to heart here on those matters that really, really count. And this is only going to enhance your overall experience because it is in the communication when we hear things that makes it easier to navigate. If somebody's not communicating very clearly, well, that kind of leaves you dangling there in the matrix, which isn't all that too pleasant of a feeling, because then you have to kind of like hone in and read between the lines and dissect everything. And that's a little bit of a workout. This month, though, Virgo, the more you communicate as well without overthinking, which sometimes you have an ability to do so, to overthink or over worry, instead of going there, you can actually just put it out there and see how that's going to unlock certain communication portals between you and your partner. And I feel your partner will really appreciate to know exactly what it is you have in mind. That makes it easier for him or her too to meet you halfway with more energy. So it's a great relationship month. I feel that you can start seeing that things are coming together where not just step by step, but there could even be a couple of leaps and bounds this month of improvement, where you're feeling that, yes, you are being met on those most inner needs that you hold that really connects you to your dreams and wishes. However, though, there seems to be somebody somewhere in the family, a family member, not feeling too well, that you will be hearing about this month. So for you, I see you focusing and dedicating some energy to this family member, at least for those of you who might have somebody close. Then yes, I do see that whatever support it is you can give, that will just strengthen this person's health. I feel your health is good, so it's definitely not that which I'm seeing here. It more comes in, it could be an elderly family member. As far as your children, though, this month, it's an active month. It's more like running around and catching up on a few things, maybe participating in something that is important to them, that they would like you to be a larger part of. So I see you kind of tackling your time schedule here, especially if you're having some off time, because there's things that I see that you would like to focus on to complete, which you are trying to catch up on after a few busy months here. But between all of these things here, I'm seeing that you're doing absolutely great. I see you balancing your needs and that of your children's. So exciting times where also your own sense maybe of inner creativity, Virgo. And you have a lot of that. And I have to say, though, that some of you Virgos are really getting so attuned to your own inner creativity, more so perhaps than in the past. And you might have noticed this over these last couple of years, that has been a new trend which is coming up, where you're wanting to more and more start listening to that inner creative voice and acting upon it, refining some of those talents and skills that you have naturally. Since we were talking about health, I do see that your own health here is coming up strong and good and very well balanced. There might be a couple of things that you're going to be looking at, maybe perhaps even tweaking as far as your diet. But besides that, no, I see you really spending time here on maybe working out or doing something physical that actually is going to behoove the physical body. Your partner, let's talk about him or her. If you're in a relationship, if you are married, then I'm seeing this person here is coming forward with something that feels successful. And this is after some time of trying to chase, or should I say accomplish, a certain goal. Well, it's like he or she now is actually able to start seeing the tip of that mountain, really getting there to the top after a lot of work. And I see you feeling really happy for your partner as well, because you know how much dedication has gone into it. And I'm feeling once this goal is completely accomplished, well, that will just behoove the two of you as a couple, because there will be more time now coming in where you can spend together, as the focus is now shifting from having to chase that goal to being more present in the here and now, and then sharing extra time. So that's beautiful. However, though, when we're talking about your partner, now, if you were single, that could be somebody new coming in and feeling strong about that. We always want to address, what about us who aren't single? I get that question, right? So that could be somebody new coming in, and then you will be hearing about this person having just now accomplished and starting to step down. And then, of course, that would be a great time for the two of you as well to start expanding your inner relationship. But speaking about partners too, something is showing up here on the way you're spending your money, or how he or she is spending the money, because you're going to be taking out something for yourself here this month. And I'm happy to see that, Virgo, because you're normally so very practical about the money and how you share it, that I love to see when you splurge a little bit. So that's good for you. But then more so on the long term spending scenario, it's more like I see that something can be discussed of how can we actually put or save some money, because there's a decision to be made here. And I think it has to do with where maybe possibly some money has been going over these last few months, where something has been leaking or draining out. So maybe it's time to kind of look back over anything that you have that no longer is necessary, but where you're still paying something. Maybe you could consolidate, perhaps, maybe 2 or 3 debt postings and put it into one. That will definitely save you some money. But then it's looking into more long distance trips. So some of you might be going on vacation, maybe out of state or out of country a little bit. I feel it's closer towards the end of July and coming into August rather than here on top of the month. But I see you looking into and making some plans for it. And I see new beginnings taking place here as you journey off, as if the timing of this vacation time, I feel, is when you are going to be introspecting a little bit upon your longer term journey and trying to find some more details or insights as to where you're really heading. So it's not just vacationing, having a lot of fun, which you so totally deserve here at Virgo, because nobody is as conscientious as you are, right? Because you pay attention to all details around you and even fulfill the work for those around you. When they don't do it, you pick up. So yeah, I'm thinking that whatever comes to mind while you're off and having fun could give you some insights of how you can tweak your career too. Because your career placement here, as I'm looking at it, you're doing good. You are on solid ground for most of you. And I'm feeling you're happy. And then I'm seeing there is improvement for a couple of you here where there's a new dimension opening up and having to do with a transformation taking place that can only behoove, should I say, the long run of your career, where things can either heighten to a new level. And I think it is time. Every once in a while, it is good to change our direction in our career so that we don't end up stuck in a rut, but where we can also renew ourselves, who we are, and get in touch with those other talents and skills that we may hold, which may not come out in expression through our work, and it has to be there on the sideline to do in our hobby or off time. But then, for some of you, you might want to take those talents, skills, and abilities and put it towards a new job so that these sides of your inner diamond can be expressed as well. So for those of you still happy where you are, you will continue to be happy. For those of you feeling that it's starting to be time to kind of change things up and to listen to that inner guidance that you're receiving, well, don't hold back. At least you can start putting, it out there, looking at what is available on the job market, just to see if there's something that triggers your fancy. And if so, then you have the choice to make those changes. And it's always better to be ahead of the game, because then you are empowered to make those career changes and not wait for something to come crashing down, losing your job and then having to go out and look for a job. That's stress, and the universe will always change things when time is right. But if you're ahead of the game looking for it, well, then you can have that much of an easier transition. So 2 people here having a little bit of problems, and I don't feel it's you and your partner, but there is a couple that you will be hearing about or interacting with and listening to what's going on between them. So you might have to find yourself in the role of being a mediator. But that's something that you can do because you are very diplomatic and you are a great listener. So no wonder they will come to you and share these insights. But listen, you might want to go listen to your partner's chart to see what he or she might be experiencing in this month, to see how it relates, or should I say correlates, to your reading here. And of course, also listen to your moon or rising sign reading as well, as that will give you more insights and details of what is to unfold for you. And I will see you in August here, Virgo. Have a great month. Bye now.